Hi guys, I hope you're all, let me fix that, having a wonderful day. It is super hot outside. I wanted to film outside, but it was way too hot, so I could not do that today. Let me make sure that I have these. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys mostly about my current experiences with just life and dreaming and how important that has been to my practice. This is literally my dream journal. I have this huge thing. Corwin, how's it going? Yeah, I know, it's been forever. Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Hope you haven't been dying of heat. I'm not sure where you're located, but it's very hot here. We're going through a really intense heat wave, so I couldn't really film outside today. I could, but I just would prefer to film in here today. I got my nice hot cup of cacao, so if you're drinking anything, cheers. So I've been having some really interesting experiences, and some of you may have probably been, oh, Jordan, yep, I'm in Utah, and it's been like 100, which is not terrible, but where I'm going to be moving is like Oregon, Washington. They're in the middle of like a really intense heat wave right now. And I think Vancouver, Washington, which is where I am going to be moving, they were 1 degree below like the hottest temperatures ever recorded from like Las Vegas, so like 115 or something. I don't know. Super hot. So I'm just chilling in here with the AC on, but I am drinking hot cacao, but you know, it balances it out, so it's fine. Went to basic training in Texas in late July. Ooh, how was that? How was that? Oh my gosh, I've never been to Texas, but I'm gonna be traveling all around soon, for sure. Hopefully it cools down a little. Just 1 day of rain is like all I'm asking for. Like, that would be lovely. Just one day of rain. That's my favorite weather ever. And that's when I get the most inspired too, is when it's the rainiest. So I'm praying for at least a little bit of rain. So some of you may have been seeing my posts lately about my dreams. My dreaming experiences are getting insane, and I've been having a lot of fun decoding them. Like, I know that I've talked about decoding and interpreting dreams the past like week or so, but I have this specific method to decoding them where you can basically read your dreams back as like a Mad Libs kind of thing. Super interesting, super entertaining, and it's a really cool way to get messages from the subconscious. And like I was saying, every single dream that we have has meaning. It has some sort of symbolism behind it. It has some sort of message. And especially if you're thinking about anything right before bed, that's most likely what your dreams are going to be giving you messages on, or something that you've been stressing about, or something that you've been thinking about or trying to figure out. That's mostly what your, what's on your mind the most is really what your subconscious is going to be communicating to you about. I've been going through some things with like family and different things, and really knowing my worth and my value and kind of where I'm leaking my energy, right? It's one of those revelations you get a few times a year, maybe once a year, and you're just like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Where do I want to get to, and what's stopping me from getting there, kind of thing. I had a really intense dream. It was almost like a nightmare, I would say, but it's a little bit different because I wasn't like really terrified in this dream last night. But it really, like, when you're really questioning, is this person or are these people or is this thing good for me in my life? And then you have a dream like this, it's like a very specific message of like no or yes. Hey Beth, how's it going? So good to see you. So good to see you guys. So I really want you to just, I also have a couple things to show you as well for like dream recall and stuff if there's anybody new to the dreaming practice, but I am not just like a lucid dreamer or a dream coach. There's so many things I do, but dreaming is like the foundation of all of my practices because it's a way where we can communicate with the subconscious mind. And even if you're not super into dreaming, I mean, if you have a business, it doesn't even matter. Like, there's always some sort of message or medicine that we can get from the subconscious. And it's easiest to get those messages within the dream state because we don't have to go into a state of hypnosis and try to quiet down the conscious mind and then carry ourselves into this deep state so we can try to like get information out of from the subconscious mind, or see what's holding us back, or go into like a past life regression. I mean, the dream world is the easiest way to do all this work if you are looking for clarity, if you're trying to problem solve something, if you just want to explore, if you want to reprogram your brain, if there is a habit that you're trying to build or a habit that you're trying to cut in your life. I mean, there's so many things that we can do in the dream state, and I think that I'm just trying to help people understand how important it is. You don't have to be like obsessed with lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences to do dream work and for it to enhance your life and to help you make decisions and to help you make more money in your business or to help you heal, whether it's physically, emotionally. I mean, there is so much that you can do just from keeping a dream journal. So that's what I'm trying to convey, is that it's so accessible to everybody. And I mean, if you sleep, you dream, and if you dream, you can lucid dream. And the only reason that you wouldn't be dreaming is if you had some sort of like REM deficiency, which caused you not to go into REM sleep. But even if you're not remembering your dreams, you are dreaming, unless, again, you were diagnosed with something that caused a deficiency in REM sleep. And REM is rapid eye movement, for those of you who don't know, and that's the stage of sleep in which we dream. And we go into that roughly every 90 minutes. So if you are waking up in the middle of the night for no reason, there is a chance that you may be in REM, because that's our lightest stage of sleep, so it can actually wake us up. And a lot of people think that we dream in the deepest stage of sleep, but we actually dream in the lightest stage of sleep. And in REM sleep, our brain is actually more active than it is when we're fully awake, which is really, really interesting. And REM is super important because, like deep sleep, that's replenishing the body, right? That's how we heal our cuts and our wounds. That's where our hair grows and our nail grows, is in deep sleep. And so it's the same thing for our mind with REM sleep. REM is where we are able to integrate and consolidate trauma. It's where we can problem solve and get clarity, is in REM sleep. So it's super, super important for our brain to go in REM sleep. And if you wake someone up in REM, they can actually experience a slight period of psychosis, because that's when they're integrating trauma and reconsolidating memory. And so if we interrupt that, it can really take a toll on our brain. So REM sleep is very, very important, and you are experiencing REM sleep. We just have to practice remembering our dreams. So it's super, super easy to start working with your dreams, and I think that's what I really want to help you guys do, is just to start working with your dreams. You don't have to be lucid dreaming every single night. You don't have to be inducing out-of-body experiences and waking yourself up to do tons of different techniques. You do not have to do that. That is not something that you have to do at all. But just by practicing keeping a dream journal, it can show you so much. Like I said, I've been going through a lot of stuff with different people in my life and seeing like what's good for me and what isn't, right? And where can I save more energy? Where am I leaking energy? And how can I put that energy back into my own business or things that I'm working on? And my dreams have not disappointed. They have not disappointed at all. I had a dream that maybe you would consider sort of a nightmare about the people that I was asking about in my dream. And one thing that I'm going to show you guys in the masterclass that I'm running is how to actually decode the symbolism in your dream. There's a couple misconceptions about dream interpretation, and a lot of people think that you can just tell your dream to somebody and they're going to be able to tell you exactly what it means. And I'm so sorry, but that is not true. People cannot completely interpret your dreams for you. Dream dictionaries are not valid. They do not have any substance to them. So I'm so sorry to disappoint those of you who have been relying on dream dictionaries to decipher the codes and symbols in your dream. But your dream is speaking to you. It's speaking off your past experiences. It's speaking to you based off of your memories and things that you're emotionally connected to, right? Say that you had a dream of a cat, right? There was some sort of dream that you had that was about a cat, and you loved cats. You had incredible experiences with cats. You probably had cats your entire life. That would probably represent your childhood or your playfulness, right? But if someone had a traumatic experience with a cat and they dreamt of a cat, then that's probably representing something regarding their trauma. So you can see how one symbol can actually mean something completely different to two different people. And that's one thing that I'm going to be talking to you guys more about in the masterclass, is how you can decode your own dreams. So there's a couple things that I want to tell you. First of all, people can help you kind of like, for example, some people come to me, like some of my clients will come to me and they will read me their dreams. They'll bring their dream journals on the call and they'll read me their dreams. I will never ever say, okay, this is exactly what your dream means, take it or leave it, this is what it's saying. But what I will do is if you're reading me your dreams on a call or something, I'm taking notes while you're reading me your dream, and I'll notice patterns, things that keep popping up in your dreams over and over and over, even the littlest thing. I did have a client where he kept dreaming of doors, tons of doors, and he was always trying to figure out what door was the right door to go through, and he felt very, very, very confused, right? So door was something that was reappearing in his dreams. And confusion. He seemed to feel very confused in his dream. And so it's probably speaking on something that he's feeling confused about in waking life. And you have to decode the symbols in your dreams based off how, like, what you think that symbol means. So door, what does that mean to you, right? It might mean an opportunity or a new beginning of some sort. It's totally dependent on you. A door in my dream can mean something completely different than what it means in your dream, based off how you and I see it, right? We're going to see things differently, so that's one way that we can decode our dreams. So when a client is telling me their dream, I'm taking notes, and then I'll ask them questions. Oh, I see that this reappeared in your dream several times. Do you have a connection to this? Did you have any experience with this when you were younger? Or how does this symbol make you feel? How does this object or this person make you feel? Maybe you dream of an old childhood friend. What was your relationship with that person? How is your relationship now? And what do you think of when you see that person in your mind, right? It could represent something positive. It could represent something maybe traumatic that you went through with that person, but you really have to look at, what does this represent to me? What does this mean to me? Because your subconscious is speaking directly to you. It is taking all of the things you've ever experienced, all of the things you have an emotional connection to, all different parts of your memory, and it's creating a story specifically for you. So people are not going to be able to read your entire dream for you and interpret it and then be like, okay, this is what it means, right? But if you are one of my clients and you talk to me about your dream, I'll ask you questions to see, what does this represent to you? Interesting, I see that this keeps popping up. Has this been a part of your waking life? And then we can kind of figure it out together that way. So when you notice things reappearing in your dreams, for example, mine is a school. That's my dream sign, a sign that I'm dreaming. I always dream that I am in a high school or a preschool or some sort of class, and that is something that has reoccurred for most of my life. So that is my most common dream sign, right? To me, a school represents learning something, like it would to a lot of us, right? Something that I need to learn or something that I'm moving through. And so when I'm dreaming of a school, I really need to pay attention to what is happening in that dream. What is that thing that I'm supposed to be learning about or supposed to be understanding a little bit more, right? You can start to piece together the little things that you dream of the most, and then you can look at the overall context of the dream and the emotions in the dream. That is one of the most important things, is the emotional state that you are experiencing when you are in your dream, because that's going to tell you a lot. If you're dreaming about something traumatic, how do you feel in the dream? Because you could be totally fine. Like in this dream I had last night, it was kind of a weird, uncomfortable, scary dream, but I didn't feel fear in my dream, right? So I can start to piece together what that dream is saying based off this experience. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this dream. So this dream, like I said, was about a couple family members. And I was asking I remember thinking about it as I was falling asleep. I was asking a couple questions about this specific situation. Are these people good for me? Am I supposed to be doing this? What should I be focusing on in my life? And then it provided me a dream that was pretty traumatic with a specific family member, and then another family member just totally sitting back. One of my family members was a murderer in my dream that was trying to murder me. And the family member that I was asking about sat there right in front of me watching it all happen and didn't try to stop anything. And that was the family member that I was asking about. Is this person good for me? Is this relationship going to work? Is this an energy leak? What should I do? And all of a sudden, I was put into a situation in my dream where there was some sort of trauma and I was trying to get away from someone, but that family member was just sitting and was seeing the entire thing, but just watching it happen, right? And it affirmed how I really felt in waking life. That I wasn't seen by this person, that I wasn't valued by this person, that I wasn't understood by this person, right? And so to me, that was telling me, okay, I was right. That resonates with how I feel. And so you really don't want to just scrap your dreams and throw them away, be like, oh, that was a scary dream, I don't want to think about it. Because there's probably something in the dream that is medicine for you to help you get through that situation. There will always be some sort of medicine in your dreams to help you work through something that you're dealing with in waking life. Dreams are not random. It is the subconscious communicating with us. When we are in REM sleep or when we're dreaming, our subconscious mind is wide open. All of the things that we've thought about, all of the things we've ever experienced in our life, and all the things that we're subconsciously worrying about, our trauma is stored in our body, obviously, and so it plays out in our dreams because your brain is trying to integrate that trauma and move through it, right? So these dreams are not random. They're very, very, very profound, and they're very symbolic, and they are trying to tell you how to handle that situation so that emotion can be integrated and so you can work through it. If you're really confused about your relationship with a person, or maybe you're stuck on something within your business, right? Your brain is going to be trying to figure out how to help you with this problem, and it's going to be providing you solutions directly through the dream state. Because in the dream state, our ego is turned off. Our conscious mind is turned off. So we don't have that monkey mind speaking, oh, well, maybe that's not true, or oh, maybe I can't do this, or blah, 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 blah. That voice is completely turned off in the dream state, which is why the subconscious uses that time to speak to us, because we're open, we're receptive, we are listening. We're not going to have the ego telling us that this isn't true or this isn't right, or oh, maybe that wasn't a good enough sign. Like, you know how the conscious mind is, but that part of our brain is turned off, right? But when you get into lucid dreaming, then you can actually interact with the dream directly and ask questions while you're in the dream. And for those of you who don't know, a lucid dream is when you're conscious that you're dreaming as the dream is happening, and you have full control. It's the world that you've always wished you had. Oh, I wish I could create my own world, and I could fly around, and I could go anywhere without the laws of physics and without the laws of society applying, where anything was possible. That is lucid dreaming. And it is very real, and it is very incredible. But for those of you who have not been lucid dreaming, maybe you've never had a lucid dream before, the first step is to just start working with your dreams in general. Now, one tip on how to actually start lucid dreaming more is just by paying attention to the dreams that you're having, right? Just by looking at them in your dream journal, because the more aware we are of our dreams after we have them, the more aware we will be in our dreams the next time we have those dreams. So the whole dream practice is all about awareness. That's how we can lucid dream. That's how we can train ourselves to stay awake as our body falls asleep, and we can induce out-of-body experiences. All of this whole realm of knowledge really comes down to awareness. So what I invite you to do is to get a dream journal. And you might be saying, well, Haylee, I don't even remember my dreams right now, so how can I practice writing down my dreams if I don't even remember my dreams in the first place, right? Totally valid question, but I want you to understand that the dream journal, this lovely thing right here, it's not just to write down your dreams, it's a memory building tool. So just using the dream journal is actually going to help you build dream recall over time. So no worries, Renee, there's tons of us that have been there, and I still have some dry spells sometimes with dreaming, but it's all about consistency and just trying to remember your dreams. So this is how you can start to remember your dreams every single night. First of all, you want to be aware if you're smoking cannabis or using THC products, that does suppress REM. I have a lot of people on my YouTube channel, for example, being like, hey, I've been trying to remember my dreams for literally months and I cannot remember them, but I'm smoking weed every night. Does that affect it? Absolutely. It absolutely affects your dream recall. So if you're taking any supplements or medications that suppress REM, or you are smoking cannabis or using THC products consistently, then those could be interfering with your dream recall. Other than that, you should be in the clear, but if you are taking certain medications, I would just recommend checking up on those just to make sure. But what you want to do is you just want to grab a plain old notebook. You don't have to have anything fancy. If you want a fancy one, that's totally fine. But for me, I go through my dream journals so quickly that as long as I have a notebook to write in, I don't even care. So that is me. What your brain is responding to intentions. Think about how much energy it takes to store dream memory, right? If we're not using it, the brain is not going to worry about it. Your brain has 3 jobs, and I want you to remember this because this is going to be very, very beneficial for anything that you go through in life. Your brain has 3 jobs. Reduce pain, which is how your brain talks you out of new experiences because it's trying to reduce the pain of being uncomfortable. Seeking pleasure, which is why we give in to our guilty pleasures sometimes because the brain is programmed to seek pleasure. And be efficient and save energy. Hello, Karen, how's it going? So those are your brain's 3 jobs: reducing pain, seeking pleasure, and saving energy. Now, if you are not practicing writing down your dreams, or you are not trying to work with your dreams, your brain's like, this is not efficient by me saving all of this dream memory and it's not being used, so we're just going to scrap it, right? So the brain just kind of forgets about the dreams that you had in the morning if you're not going to use them, because the brain is trying to be as efficient as possible. But you can speak to your brain. If you really show your brain that it is a priority to work with your dreams, you'll notice they start to come back. Each day you're going to start dreaming a little bit more and a little bit more. But you need to be able to start writing them down, or else your dream recall is not going to get super far. So what I'd recommend doing, before you go to bed, I want you to set the intention that you're going to remember your dreams. And the dreams are important to you. So one of my favorite affirmations is, tonight I'll remember my dreams. I have excellent dream recall. And it's as simple as that. And you just repeat that a few times as you're going to sleep and just affirm that you will remember your dreams. And you want that to be the last thought on your mind if possible, or even what you want to dream about. Now, have you ever remembered your dream and then you got up in the morning, you had to go to the bathroom and you shot out of bed and you ran to the bathroom and then you came back to your bed and you're like, oh my God, I forgot my dream. Or even if you switch positions. So what I want you to practice, if you want to start recalling your dreams, is the first thing in the morning before you open your eyes, if possible. I know a lot of us have to deal with those horrible loud alarms that kind of take us right out of sleep. But if possible, I want you just to kind of sit with it for a second. And I want you to ask yourself, did I dream of anything last night? Do I remember where I was, or who I was with, or what I was doing at all? Do I remember any pieces of information at all? And the first couple times you do this, the first couple nights, you might not remember anything, and that's totally, totally fine. But you always want to write in your dream journal anyway. So I write down the date and the time, and then anything that I remembered. If I remembered any dreams, I would write down what I dreamt about. If I remembered I dreamt, but I didn't remember what I dreamt about, I would say just that. I remember dreaming, but I don't remember what it was about, or no recall, or something like that. Awesome, Karen. Exactly. Yes. But like I said earlier, the dream journal isn't just for your dreams. It's a memory building exercise. So if you remember waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, or you got a random song stuck in your head at 3 a.m, and you couldn't get back to sleep, then that's something you'd want to write down in your dream journal, because you're helping build memory of what's happening during sleep. So it doesn't matter if it's a dream or not, it's the fact that you're practicing recalling information from your sleeping cycle. Whether it's that you tossed and turned, or you woke up right at 3 a.m. in the morning, or whatever it is, write something down every single morning in your dream journal. A lot of your dream journal entries may just look like no dream recall, which is totally fine as long as you take the time to write the date, the time, and then just write down what happened or what didn't happen. Then that's showing your brain, oh, it's a priority to remember this information. She's actually trying to recall what was happening during sleep. So maybe it is now efficient for me to recall that information and save it, right? And then the next night, you might remember a little piece of a dream. So you write that down in the morning. The next night, you might remember an entire dream. Now, at this point, I remember 7 to 8 to 9-ish dreams a night, depending. Sometimes it's just like one long like movie dream, you know, and then other nights it's little snippets of dreams, little pieces of dreams, and I'll just write down what I can remember. And usually when I'm writing my dreams down, I can recall more and more information. As soon as I get done writing a dream, I remember another dream that I had that night, right? And once we start to build up our dream recall, that's when we can start to spot patterns in our dreams, which can help us figure out what's going on in our mind. It can help us figure out what our dream signs are. So do you dream about something over and over? If there's something that you're dreaming about over and over and over, that is a dream sign. So I would underline that. For example, I dreamed that I'm in high school, like I told you, 5 times out of the week. That's a lot, but that's clearly a dream sign. So now I've trained myself, well, I'm not in school in waking life, right? I'm only in school when I'm dreaming. So now the next time I see a school, I must know that I'm dreaming. And I've turned that into a lucidity trigger, which now the thought of a school helps me get lucid, because now when I run into it, I know it's a dream. So it can help wake me up while I'm dreaming. So that's another benefit of your dream journal, is that you can spot patterns and it can help you get lucid by finding what your dream signs are. So I would definitely look through your dream journal if you have one and see what you're dreaming about the most and just underline it. That way you can easily go back to your dream and be like, wow, I have dreamt of this person, or I have dreamt of this thing 6 times this week or 4 times this week. And because you're becoming aware of it, now after you've had the dream, the next time you dream of it, you're going to be more likely to notice it while you're dreaming, which will turn it into a fully lucid dream. That's where a lot of the work gets in, or that's where a lot of the work can happen. That's when we can reprogram our brain to get rid of, you know, anxiety or depression, or practice skills, or reduce physical pain if you're dealing with physical pain like I did. I literally healed my stomach issues through the lucid dream, and I got off all 8 medications just from a dreaming practice. So this can be crazy if you just work with your dreams. And again, lucid dreams are so valuable because we can reprogram our brain to get rid of fears, phobias, negative habits, thought patterns, addictions, belief systems, depression, anxiety, insomnia, PTSD, and so much more. We can practice skills and actually wake up with improved skill. We can talk directly to our subconscious mind. We can integrate trauma. We can mentally, emotionally, physically, and psychologically heal ourselves through our dreams when we're sleeping anyways. And this happens every single night. How cool is that? And a lot of us, we always say, oh, I slept like a log last night. You don't want to sleep like a log. You don't want to sleep like a dead tree. You want to sleep like a tree in general, conscious, alive, grounded, present. Because we sleep for 1/3 of our lives, which is roughly 30 to 33 years asleep. What would you do if you had 30 to 33 years of your life back? What questions would you ask your subconscious? What things would you practice? Where would you go and explore if you could literally create your own worlds every single night? Like, what would you do? This practice will help you gain that time back, so you won't feel like you wasted it. And even though I love sleeping, and no matter what, it is not a waste of time. What if you could be getting all the rest that you needed while learning, while integrating, while healing, while exploring? That's being efficient. Now that is efficiency. Hey Marla, how's it going? And like I said, all you have to do to start this practice, it starts to naturally unfold for you. All you really have to do is start with a dream journal. And again, it's so easy. Everything I just told you, that's literally it. Go to bed with the intention, tonight I'll remember my dreams. I have excellent dream recall or something like that, you know. Wake up, try to recall what you dreamt about. If you can remember, write the date and time and write your dream down. And if you didn't remember anything, just write, I didn't remember anything. Or no dreams recalled. Hey Giselle, how's it going? See, it's so easy, and this can unlock a beautiful world of healing and exploration and self-discovery. This practice has completely changed my life. You guys wouldn't even recognize me before this. It was awful. I was on I was actually on 10 medications because I was on 8 medications for my stomach issues, but then I was on depression and anxiety meds as well. And I was even homeless at a period of my life. And that's when I really started to have a lot of lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences. And as soon as I started listening to these dreams, as soon as I started naturally getting lucid because I was praying for help. Please help me find something that will help me gain my life back. I felt like I wasn't even living. I was so depressed. I had panic attacks probably every 2 seconds. I couldn't even order pizza on the phone because I'd have a panic attack. Like, I was a mess. I wasn't even living, right? And just by being open to this practice, it has helped change and transform my life. I have met my inner child over and over in my dreaming experiences. I can talk directly to my subconscious mind. I can reprogram my brain because I'm in the subconscious when I am in a lucid dream. I have hung out with my grandfather, and my dog has passed away in the out-of-body experience state. Anytime I'm stuck on something in my business, I can go into the dream state and get an answer literally instantly. I can practice skills like painting or public speaking in my lucid dream, and my brain will think it's actually happening because your brain can't tell the difference between something you're imagining, something that's actually happening, or something that you're dreaming about. And that's why athletes use the lucid dream state to practice their abilities, their sports, because their brain is actually learning, and you'll wake up better at that thing. How crazy is that? This is literally like the world that we've always wished we could have, and all this time we have had it. We just didn't know how to access it. Awesome, Beth. Marla, so do you take any medications or anything that could suppress your REM? Because we go into REM 4 to 5 times a night, so we have about 5 REM stages. The main things that would suppress your REM is substances like THC, or maybe medications that you're taking that suppress REM, and then consistent alcohol. But if you're just not really remembering your dream, that's totally normal. Dream recall is a skill that we build over time because your brain is trying to be efficient when it's getting rid of your dream recall. So again, your brain has 3 jobs: seeking pleasure, reducing pain, and being efficient. If we're not using our dream recall, or we never even thought to write our dreams down, it's efficient for our brain to just not recall the information. But to build your dream recall, you just want to, I know it sounds weird, like, why would I get a dream journal if I'm not even remembering my dreams? But that's what actually helps you build your dream recall. Exactly. You are dreaming every single night, but your brain's just not saving the information. So you're probably having at least 4 dreams every single night, because we have 4 to 5 REM stages. So what I would do if you don't have a dream journal, Marla, I would just grab, it could be like literally any notebook. I try to find the biggest ones possible because I go through them so quickly. But I go to bed with the intention to recall my dreams, and just becoming like, setting that intention, your brain's like, oh, dreaming is important all of a sudden. Okay, well, I'm going to start saving some of the information from the dreams so she has something to write down in the morning. So go to bed with that intention. Tonight, I'm going to remember my dreams. I have excellent dream recall. Just affirm it. And what you think about or what you affirm right before you fall asleep, 2 to 3 minutes before you fall asleep, is most likely going to be the thing that affects your dreams. Which is why if you're watching horror movies before bed, you probably notice that you have more scary dreams. Because that's the last snapshot your subconscious took before you went to sleep. So if you want to build your dream recall, I like to set the intention before I fall asleep. First thing in the morning, write the date and the time down, and then just, did I remember anything? Do I remember where I was, or who I was with, or what I was feeling? And if you don't remember any dreams at all, that's totally fine, especially for the first few nights that you're doing this. Just write down anything you remember through sleep. Did you wake up to go to the bathroom? Did you get a random song stuck in your head at 3 in the morning? If you don't remember anything, you just kind of blacked out and woke up in the morning, write exactly that. No dream recall. Or, I didn't remember anything last night. That will show your brain, wow, she's trying to remember her dreams. She's actually taking time in the morning to recall her dreams. So now I'm going to start saving pieces of the dream each night, and you'll notice that every single night you'll have a little bit more to work with. Write that down. Then you're like, oh, I remember who I was with last night in my dream, but I don't know where we were. Write that down. Now all of a sudden you're recalling full dreams, and that's where you're going to be able to spot patterns in your dreams. That's going to be able to allow you to see what your subconscious is working through. And then you can start to actually, even if it's not a lucid dream, you can go to bed with a question. Okay, subconscious mind, I really want to get clarity on this, or I'm struggling to find an answer to this, or is this person good for me in my life? And you'll notice the subconscious starts to communicate with you. Even if it's not a lucid dream yet, your subconscious will start to communicate with you. And that's why dream journaling is so important, because it allows us to see the patterns in our dreams, right? Which will help us get lucid, because once we know what we're dreaming about the most, we can start to actually become more aware of those signs. Like for me, my dream sign is that I'm in high school. And I'm not in high school in waking life, right? So I subconsciously know that if I am in a school, it must be a dream. Because I dream that I'm in high school like 4 to 5 times a night. Hey Georgette, how's it going? So now, naturally, when I dream of I'm in a school, I'm like, wait, I remember that this is a dream sign, so this must be a dream. Dream journaling is the foundation of a dream practice, and it will help you induce just really symbolic dreaming experiences, lucid dreams, and once you start dedicating to a dream practice, you're going to start having random out-of-body experiences, which is a whole other realm of things. Great, beautiful experience. Be prepared for that when you start working with your dreams, because you're opening yourself up to another realm. We can only see in our experience visible light, which is only 1% of our experience. That means 99% more information in our experience is there, we just can't see it. So the dream realm is really opening you up to all of that and allowing you to explore the inner self, the divinity of who you actually are, the limitlessness that is you, that we don't get to experience just in this 3D realm, right? So the dream world is so, so valuable. And think of a dream journal. It's like a sacred book where you get to bring back knowledge from another realm. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Like, isn't that the freaking coolest thing ever? Yes, like, you go to sleep in your bed, you go on all of these crazy adventures, you get really divine messages, you can heal yourself, you can reprogram your brain, you can talk to your subconscious mind, you can visit your inner child, you can access the Akashic records, and you come back with a whole realm of just tons of information that you get to keep in a book, and then create your own library based off information you've received from the inner self and subconscious mind. What? That is literally the coolest thing ever. So the dream journal, so underrated, so underrated. It is the foundation of your practice to connect with the inner self. Dreaming can absolutely change your life. I guarantee it. And it's kind of interesting because when clients come to me, oh, well, what can you help me do with lucid dreaming? It's not about that. What are your desires in your life? And I can help you get there through the power of your subconscious mind. Like, I can't tell you, oh, this is the thing, these are the things that dreaming can do, and these are the things that it can't do. Dreaming is just, we've been told, oh, it's just a dream. Forget about it, it's just a dream. But we're forgetting that we are communicating with our inner self and our subconscious mind, the limitless universe that is in front of us all the time, but we can't see because our human eyes are limited, right? But when we are dreaming, we're experiencing life with our mind. We can see so much clearer because we're not limited to what the human eyes are able to see. We can hear information so much clearer because it's not based on how well our human ears can hear. We're experiencing life with our mind in another realm, and we can connect to any part of ourselves. It is so, so, so powerful. I have been so blessed to be a part of so many people's journeys where they have gotten off a substance that is really taken over their life, or maybe they were dealing with a really painful condition that was causing them a lot of physical pain and robbing them of their life and their freedom. And to hear some of the stories that people have said about, oh my God, this gave me so much excitement. This makes me feel excited to live again, to sleep again. I can get up and run, and I wasn't able to do that before, whatever it is. I have worked with veterans who have suffered from PTSD, and they have completely healed their PTSD because they accessed their mind, right? And even PTSD nightmares, we got to think about it. We have PTSD nightmares and we're scared because the brain thinks it's actually happening, right? So if you're dreaming that you're back in Iraq, your body's going to start heating up. You're going to start getting anxious. You're going to feel unsafe. But once you realize, I'm not in Iraq, I'm dreaming that I'm back in Iraq, that takes the sense of self out of the experience. And that helps you calm your body down, reset your nervous system, and know that you are safe. And that becomes the new program. Very, very, very powerful. So I was never here. This has helped so many people suffering. Giselle, yes, it makes me so, so, so happy. Thank you, Giselle. You're amazing. I'm so glad that you're here. But I want this practice to be accessible to you. I've met a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm not into dreams. It's not about dreams. That's a piece of it, but it's what we can access and what is possible when we are open to that state. You're just sleeping. All you have to do is sleep and then write some of your dreams down. And because you're becoming more conscious of your dreams, when you're writing them down, you're going to train yourself to be more conscious of your dreams while you're dreaming, right? And again, you don't have to be waking up in the middle of the night and doing tons of lucid dream techniques and doing all these things. There's so many ways that you can work with your dreams. So just start by writing your dreams down and looking for the symbolism and decoding these messages, because you can go to sleep tonight with an intention or a question, and I promise you your subconscious mind will speak to you. I promise you that your subconscious mind will communicate with you. We just need to learn the language of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is writing us letters through images. That's what dreams are. The subconscious is writing us letters through images. Imagine if you had a friend across the country and they were writing you tons of letters, right? And you guys are communicating back and forth. You're like, oh my gosh, this is fun. I have a pen pal. Like, we can just communicate back and forth. But what happens when you stop opening the letters and you stop communicating? Your friend on the other side of the country is eventually going to stop writing you letters, right? The subconscious is the same way. That's how dream recall works. The subconscious is only going to keep speaking to us if we are willing to listen and to learn the language of our subconscious mind. And so we're going to be getting into all of this on July 5th in my Dreams of Symbolism Masterclass. So if you've never had a dreaming practice before, this is for wherever you are on the dreaming journey. This would be something super valuable to get into, because I also definitely bring a dream journal if you can, even if it's a brand new one, because I'm going to be showing you guys how to use it. But every single dream is full of so much symbolism, so many divine messages, and they just get more profound as we work with our dreams. So in this masterclass on July 5th, I will be showing you how to interpret your dreams, how to decode the symbolism, and how to find your unique symbolism in your dreaming experiences. And like I talked about at the beginning of this live, you can't just expect a dream dictionary to be able to decode your dreams, because your dreams, or your subconscious mind, is speaking to you based off what you're emotionally connected to, based off the people, the places, the things that you have a relationship to in some way. And that's how the messages are coming through. So I'm going to be showing you how to decode your unique symbolism in your dreams so you can start to communicate with the subconscious mind and your inner self, and that will lead to a whole realm of beautiful experiences. Like I said, this practice has completely changed my life. Oh my God, it has transformed my entire life. And I promise you, you are opening yourself up to a brand new world that once you get into, you'll be like, this was there the whole time, but I just didn't think it was there because I couldn't physically see it. I'm going to help you see and experience and live in the realm of dreams, in the realm of your subconscious mind and your inner self. So I'm super, super excited. Again, this masterclass is on July 5th and it's $55. After it's already ran, it's going to go up to $77. So you have until July 5th to lock it in at $55. If you want to join us, I'm seriously so excited. And I want to get you guys excited again about the practice of dreams, because it can be super easy. It doesn't have to take any time out of your day, I promise. It's very efficient. That's part of the brain's job, is to be efficient. So I promise you it's not going to take any time out of your other practices. But I found that it just adds more to my life, and it's really helped me activate that innocent, like childlike curiosity with life and have so much fun while I'm sleeping. Again, we sleep for a third of our lives. If I can get all the sleep that I need and be going on adventures and bringing back information and healing myself and reprogramming my brain, you're damn right I'm gonna do it. Like, damn right I'm gonna do it. So I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I hope that you guys got something from this live. Again, I will post the link for the masterclass in the comments, and if you do have any questions about it or you can't find the link, just send me a message and I would love to provide that to you so you can join us on July 5th. I love you guys so much. Thank you to everyone who's joined. So good to see you guys again. And as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity. Bye, guys.